Alright, hope everybody's enjoying Monday. I thought it was Memorial Day, but mail was actually here. So, oh my gosh, crazy mail. Finally, mail, something in the box. When you don't get much mail for an entire week, you're like, ugh. And then you get, a few of these wretched, political advertisements, It's, oh my gosh, crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Anyway, let's just see what came in the mail today. I forgot to show one thing yesterday. There's a Star Wars Lego ages 6 to 12 pose X-Wing fighter, 64 pieces. Not exactly sure what that came with, if it was, a purchase alone at a store, or if it was a special promotion. I believe somebody probably donated it because there's no minifig. And what Lego set would be fun without a minifig? So I have no idea. But it's brand new factory sealed. Somebody said, here, do you want this? And I said, sure. And then I said, here, do you want this? And then he said, sure. Whether or not he kept, that's that thing, one of those bins type deals. Then I've got several packages here. One I've opened and peeked in, and the other one I have not. And then I have a letter. So let's look at this one here. This is from High-Low Auctions, and I bought from High-Low Auctions before. Not much in the way of items from High-Low Auctions. Wow, that's a big patch. I thought I had that, but I didn't. So anyway, the first one I saw was this Cub Scout, the Cub Scout Kite Derby, Middle Tennessee Council, 1975. So that is what it is. Some of the font has kind of got some threading, thin threading there, but not to worry. I just thought that was kind of cool. But I don't really go for the Cub patches, but it sat there for a long time. There was one of these that looks like it's sold, and then the other one was still there, and the seller was having like a 60% off sale, which sometimes he does. You never know how long those are going to last. So this is the second one I got here, and this is the Mike Fink Raft Race. For the longest time, I didn't think that was a Scout patch. But then I saw the E for Explorer, and I was like, aha, that's a Scout patch. So I thought that was really pretty cool. Some long-haired hippie or a young lady, I have no idea, on this kind of really weird-looking raft here. And I guess the Mike Fink was a pirate, maybe. I'm not really 100% sure, and they have these famous raft races. So that's kind of cool. That's from 1975. Whether they have those now due to safety concerns or not, I have no idea. And the cheapest one, I think was $1 plus some sort of shipping. Bicentennial Jamboree at Chickasaw, 1975. It's a huge patch. That's compared to this one and compared to this one. So it's almost double the size of the Mike Fink patch. That's crazy. So those were really cheap pickups there. If you keep buying from the seller, the shipping just mounts up, because if you buy 10 patches and then add that 25 cents each time, it just seems to creep up on there. You're like, wow, 5 patches for $8 or 5 patches for $12. Oh my gosh. I mean, this is not a big deal, but that's just a poor mathematics on my part. And then, okay, the next one, which I partially opened here, I was like, why did this come in a box? What is this? Did I order something? Did I win a giveaway? Did somebody send me something? No, it's actually more patches. And I just cannot figure out why in the world this person put it in a box instead of like an envelope, because it probably cost them a lot more in a little box. But I auctioned every one of these that I saw for $1. I think he charged me $4.50 for shipping. I mean, that's why it cost $4.50. Good grief, Put it in one of these bubble mailer envelopes, and this one was how much? I can't tell. But this was probably closer to $2, and that was $4.50, which he charged me. I was like, ooh, all for a whopping 6 patches? That's a lot. But Laurel Ash Fall Camporee 75. We hope that's 1975, not the 75th anniversary. Then we have a Belmont Camporee 1975. I get messages from these dumb things all the time. Belmont Camporee Togetherness 1975. Spring Camporee Greenwood District 1975. These sat on eBay for a long time. Horizons 1976. Tidewater Council Show from 1975. Resica Falls 1975. Valley Forge Council. I could have swore I had this one. But it's one of those things, you see digital images of something and you swear you have it. And Cub Gold Rush, again, another Cub Scout patch, big deal. South MT district. I don't know if that's southern Montana. I'm not really sure what that is. But anyway, those sat on there for $1 a piece in auctions in some form or another for a long time, so I grabbed those. Now the last thing I got here is a letter here, and this is from Wallace Johnson MBA. Now who's Wallace Johnson MBA? If you're a space enthusiast like I am, you'll know that this is Wallace Johnson, who trained a lot of Apollo astronauts and did some testing and stuff like that. So that's really pretty cool. And let's see what we have here. See what we have. I sent him something. And I always like to tell people, you know, about my great uncle who worked on the space program. And let's see what we have here. It says, oh my gosh, all kinds of stuff here. Alright, so here is a bio here if you want to pause and if my camera's good enough. He was a Californian who was reared in Havana, Cuba. From the time he was 6 months old until 1933. He attended Spanish-speaking school at the 3rd grade and became fluent in Spanish. His mother was Spanish extraction and Spanish was the primary language in the home. So on and on and on. U.S. Navy, surviving World War II, so he's a World War II veteran. I thanked him for his service, I believe. And said all this good stuff here. And To Infinity with Synergy is on his Amazon. So if you want to go to, for videos, go to Google Wallace Johnson, and his email address is blah blah blah. So there's all that stuff. So that's really pretty neat. He squeezed that into my mid-sized envelope there. And what do we have here? Unfortunately, the ink got damaged on one of these envelopes, but I guess I sent 2. I'm not sure. Unless he had one himself. I must have sent 2. Anyway, here's Apollo. Here's a little dinky little photograph. Apollo Wallace Johnson, Apollo test pilot, NASA. So that's kind of neat. Then we got a signed business card, which got a little smudged, but pretty cool. That's pretty neat. He's 93 years old or something ridiculous like that. I don't want to say ridiculous. This one got a little damage here. Apollo project, a test pilot, Wallace Johnson, 30th anniversary. These came from the Downey Postmaster, so that's really pretty neat. And there's one that did not get smudged. So I was thinking maybe I sent him one and he had another one. I don't really know. Really pretty neat. Pretty neat. So finally a NASA success. I don't think I had him before. Very, very rarely do I get any Apollo people. That's because they're long gone, most of them. Really neat. 7, 8, almost 8 minutes. I forgot to mention that last night I participated in a 10,000 card auction. Absolutely insane. All starting at TTM price. So 60 cents times 2 or whatever, you know, whatever. And thousands of cards were ending at either 0 bids or, excuse me, I'm about to sneeze here, or the one single bid. It was absolutely insane. I ended up winning 31 cards, which is not a lot, you know, but I'm thinking, okay, well, I could either buy postage or I could buy the card, which I don't seem to have at the moment, or they were TTM'd and they disappeared on me. So a lot of these people that I purchased were ones I just couldn't get or tried getting and I lost the card. So it's really cool to pick those up. I'll explain that in further when I get the cards in. It was really amazing. And oh, by the way, if you want to go back to that seller, you can just look up, you know, autographs and find it probably. But all the cards that were selling at TTM price, at the base price, or 2 and 3 bids above that, are now $6.99 each. Buy it now or best offer. So you snooze, you lose. Thank you for watching.